Welcome back to Young Trip Reactions. The next video we're going to do is He Never Saw His Homie Coming. Let's get into it. My homie, Banky Pound. Homie Banky Pound. Banky special, y'all. Banky.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know. And I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out to everybody on Trippin' Banky Pound, man. We appreciate the love.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love, man.
We appreciate the support.
Man, we out here, man. We pushing this P 24/7, 365. Let's go. Let's get it. You dig? We're on the road to 150K, man. We trying to get the big meet and greet going again. It'll be part 2. First one was magnificent, man. Second one gonna be even greater. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This where it's at. If I'm worth the blessings, go get the membership. We raw, uncut over there. So we doing what we can do, man. While we can do it, let's go, man. We pushing this energy out there, trying to keep these young people out of prison so they want to experience none of these stories that I'm telling y'all today, yesterday, and tomorrow. You dig? And check out my short that I post. Check it out in my community as well. Go hit that link, man, and make sure if you ever be in an accident, you'll know how to get your maximum amount of money. Check out that guide to tell you exactly how to do that. Let's go. Let's get it. Listen, man. This is another example of why it ain't never safe in prison, man. Even when you do the things that you need to do, it doesn't mean that everything gonna shake out the way it's supposed to shake out. Man, prison is diabolical. You be having enemies and don't know you having enemies. You be having dudes that be hating on you, don't never speak to you, don't never say nothing to you. You'll never know what's going on, man, until you in a certain type of position. You understand? And you never know who's with who. This is why in the penitentiary, if you see like me and Dixon, people always saw me and Dixon, like brothers. It's a whole lot of other people I can name that got the same dynamics. Luke, you know what I'm saying? This is dude, man. That's who we rock with, woo to woo. So if you know if you got a beef with that person, you have to put your eye on the other person. Because if you do something to this person, you got to assume that this person is coming. And now, true as it is, sometimes you may be beefing with a dude you seeing with somebody every day, depending on how deep the beef is, how dangerous it get. If, them things involved, he might abandon his homeboy. But if he real, if he's solid, he gonna go, He gonna go to war no matter what it is, no matter how it's coming, he going to war. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was, with Dixon and a couple of my other brothers, and I felt the same about me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the odds is, you got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's imperative that you know if dude got a brother, man, a homeboy, somebody that rock with him, if you getting in an altercation. Because if you don't, that's when it's going to cost you. And it may cost you, more than what you're willing to pay. So I remember being on the farm, man, State Farm, Powhatan, man. And sometimes things just break out in the, in the heat of the moment. But at the same time, there's no excuse. You still got to know your surroundings. You got to know your opponent. You got to know who you up against. So we in there watching the football game. Now, in the day room in Powhatan, it's small, man. It's real small. It's probably one of the smallest day rooms I've been in. You know what I'm saying? On Powhatan. The joint is really small. And that's where the microwave at. That's where the TV at. A couple of, benches in there to watch TV. So normally on football, Super Bowl, this type of stuff like that, man, it's crowded. That's why on the farm it's best for you to have your own TV. Because if you go up in that day room and then they put that lock on the day room, one time before we had the, I was on Powhatan as well. And I'm on there in 99, you know what I'm saying? So you got to think how long Powhatan been open. Powhatan is second oldest prison in the state of Virginia. In 99, 2000, probably 2001 or 2000, they put cameras and electric doors in there. They put cameras and electric doors in a booth. And in 2001, this prison been over forever. That's why they call it the slaughterhouse. So many blind spots, so many people got towed off because they never had the proper security. You know what I'm saying? So this is after they got the stuff. So now the day room got a locked door on it. So you got to literally hit the button and the person in the booth got to open the door to let people back and forth within the day room. So it's really a death trap as well, because you locked up in this joint once you go in. If somebody hit the button to get out, and she got to look over there, open the button, or just blindly just hit the button, bam, and let you out. Other than that, man, you stuck up in there. So you get in the beef in there and somebody got that thing, or you on the business end or whatever's going on, and you can't save yourself, you can't defend yourself, you stuck because you can't get away. You can't even run, right? So this particular day, man, we watching the game. Dudes get to arguing over bull jab. They keep on calling each other outside their name. Once you go to calling somebody the B word or you calling somebody the P word, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to look at the dynamics of that. Everybody heard that. So somebody got to do something, or both of y'all gonna be looked at as what y'all calling each other. You did? So when they get to going back and forth, you can see dudes getting up, dudes moving, some dudes trying to get ready to get up out there, man, get in line for the microwave, put their food in there because they feel like something give it to happen. And sure enough, it pop off, man. He stand up, they going back and forth, and then next thing you know, punches start getting thrown. Bang, 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 boom. So they scrapping up in this joint. Dudes is moving, dudes standing on tables, dudes backing up against the wall, dudes grabbing their food because, it's small up in this joint. So they rumbling, they tussling. Man, somehow they bag up, man, and trip over the little bench, and they hit the ground. And when they hit that ground, man, one dude got the advantage of the other dude, man. He was behind him, and he dope fiend him. Put him in that dope fiend, locked his legs around his waist, and was leaning back on the floor. Now, his back is on the floor. The other dude is on top of him, but he got him in the dope fiend, choking the life out of him. Dude is pulling and kicking and trying to get it off. Now, while this is going on, dudes is, it ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to get out the way or whatever. Somebody hit the button, went out there. Evidently, one of the dudes don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Unbeknownst to him. And when it told his homeboy, said, man, such and there, man, you got your man in the chokehold, we choking him.
So somebody then inserted theyself into two other men's business, another man, a third man, inserted himself into two other men's business by running to the man that's getting choked out, running to one of his homeboys and saying, oh dude, got your homie in a chokehold. You ain't supposed to do that in the penitentiary. You ain't supposed to do that. Supposed to mind your own business. Let's continue.
Out. He come running down there, right? The dudes is holding the door. The door's still open. Dude come right up in there, man, and he got him on the floor like this, choking him. And he only had him in the chokehold for a little bit for dude get up in there, but he choking him. And he getting ready to go away from here. He getting ready to go out. He kind of like lose consciousness, and dude still join him. Man, he came in there, man. As soon as he came in there, he said, let him go. Let him go. He ain't let him go. Punched him dead in the face. Now, mind you, he laying on the concrete floor choking the dude. So when his partner come in there and say, let him go. Let him go. Mop, mop, mop. Hit him like 3 times. I'm talking about slam in the face. And he hold him. He like, he taking them jumps. And then he let go.
Well, of course he's gonna get let go because he just got hit in his face while he's choking somebody else out. Let's continue.
I don't think he let go by choice. He let go by force, and he just bleeding. And he like, cause he done got 3 unanswered shots, right? dude, he pulled dude up off of him and shake him, and dude kind of like snapped back through, and he see him, he said, get up, man, come on, get up. Dude laying there in the floor, man, dudes is starting to exit the day room and stuff, and the dude that he was choking out, he stand up, he look at him, man, he walked over to him and stomped him in the face, man, about 2 times. Man.
Oh, man, he didn't stomped on his face. The dude that was choking him out after his friend came and interrupted they fight by inserting himself into it. So his friend jumped in. It's basically a double team. When it was 2 people, now dude got his friend because another dude went and told his friend then came and, punched him in the face and made him stop. And then he kicks him in the face once he stopped because he's down, and then get his friend up. This is crazy. This is why, like they said, you have to mind your own business. Your friends fight they fight when it starts that way. Now, if you there and then you get in and y'all going back and forth together so dude can get his friends together too, then that's an even fight because it's 2 and 2 or 3 and 3 or whatever, 6 and 6, whatever number it need to be. This was definitely unfair. He went and because the other dude didn't like him, went and told his friend come running down. He stopped the fight, and then it's 2 against 1. That's crazy. Let's continue.
And bone crushing. Bone crushing. Man, dude laid up in that joint, blood everywhere, nose smashed all in. Looked like he done smashed his whole nose in. He took 3 hammer fists to the face and 2 stumps. And he was winning the fight. He was winning the fight, but somebody ain't like him and was shot out there and got his homeboy who had his back and came in there, and they did him dirty, man. They did him dirty, you know what I'm saying? He laid down there, man. The people come running up in there and everything. Everybody scattering, trying to get away, you know what I'm saying? Because they going to grab people and try to see who was what, and lock people up or put people on investigation if don't nobody get towed off. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they get us all up out there, man. They get this dude, man, lock us all down, come around, asking everybody, let me see your hands. You know what I'm saying? Back up, let me look at you, putting flashlight on everybody else. Somebody told that, too, because they ain't like them neither, because they locked both of the dudes.
Does your internet bill keep getting higher? That's because typical internet deals are full of surprises. At Google Fiber, there's no install fees, no equipment fees, no nonsense.
They locked both of the dudes up.
So somebody also didn't like dude that came down and helped his homeboy from stop being choked out. They didn't like him and his friend, so they went and told on them. Everybody just telling on who don't like who. This is crazy, yo. So just to make sure everybody understand, the first dude was winning the fight. The 2 dudes that was fighting, the dude that was choking him out was winning the fight. Another dude went and told the dude's homie that was getting choked out, went and told his homie that he was getting choked out. He came down there, ran down there, stopped the dude from choking him by, pulling him off of him and whatnot. And then, punched him in the face, then kicked him in the face, then, left him there, and then, kicked him in the face twice at that. Then blood is everywhere. And then somebody told on him and his friend because 2 people also didn't like them. This is crazy. Oh, man, because people didn't like them, so they went and told on them. It's just a whole bunch of telling on people who don't like who. Everybody who don't like somebody telling on that person. on that group. That's crazy. Let's continue.
Involved. They locked both of them up. And the old boy had to go to the hospital, man. He had to get medevaced out there. And he only, I ain't gonna say only, but he only took like 5 shots. He took 2 stomps and 3 punches. You know what I'm saying?
And he had to be flighted to get his face fixed. Oh, man. That means on a helicopter, y'all. Oh, man. Let's continue.
He had to get medevaced up out there, man, because I'm telling you, man, that headpiece and that marble floor, that concrete, it do not mix. And old boy that stopped him, he had on state boots. Yeah, the bro game.
He had his state boots on. Oh, no. Those mugs will really mess you up. Those mugs will really mess you up. So, yeah, absolutely. He had to be flighted. That's insane. A fight that started just between 2 people. And somebody didn't like dude that was choking dude out. And he went and told his homie that he was getting choked out. Somebody went and told his homie that he was getting choked out. His homie ran down there, ripped that dude off of him, got his dude up, stomped him in the face twice, punched him in the face once. That's crazy. He should have let that fight be between those 2 men. And the person who went and told him should have never even did that either. Insane. Let's continue.
Yeah. Man, if you ain't never seen that ain't nothing you want to see. You ain't never heard it. You ain't nothing you want to hear. It's gonna stay in your mind and in your eyesight forever, bro. It's like stuff that you can't unsee. You can't unheard. I know so familiarly the sound of, skulls and heads and stuff, being mashed up against concrete or marble. I know it too often. I can hear it right now and know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I done seen it in gyms. I done seen it out on the boulevard. I done seen it in pods. I done seen it in jails. It just is what it is, man. But it's a different, deafening sound, man, that you'll always remember, man. That's why I always say, what do I say? Do not go to the ground if you're fighting in the penitentiary. If you can help it, but try your best not to go to the ground, man, because if you get on that ground, you might not get back up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could jump in it, and I'm telling you, man, dudes will take an opportunity, bro. I done seen dudes jump in fights that they ain't got nothing to do with, just because they saw their advantage and they didn't even never like the dude that was fighting anyway. So this is their opportunity. Whatever they got going on in their mind, maybe the girl just left them, they done call home, got some bad news, whatever it is, they done just jumped into something that ain't got nothing to do with them. So even when you run,
just like what his friend just did, crazy. And that could add more time to your time. Like, people just dumb, bro. Let's continue.
And in prison, you got to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to be aware of what's going on around you. And you know how I've told y'all over the years several times too, when I tell you like people was grabbing their food and people bagging up or people putting their back on the wall to see what's going on. Because too, in prison, when violence break out and dudes start to rumbling and doing all this, other dudes will know you looking at that and they'll take their advantage to take off on you. They'll take their advantage to get you. They've been waiting on you. They've been plotting on you. They've been waiting for their and they'll look at it like, this is my opportunity. This joker ain't paying attention. I got a clear shot on him. Bang, they'll take off on you. I can't tell you how many times I've seen fights break out and then fights break out around the fight. When ain't nobody else was beefing. Ain't nobody else was beefing, man, and take off. So whenever I used to be around fights or altercations that break out, especially if I'm in a closed environment like the day room or the pod or something like that, man, I'm always looking to see what's going on. I'm not so much specifically looking at the fight because I ain't seen enough of them. I may look to see what's going on, but then I'm looking around me and see how dudes moving. I'm seeing who clutching. I'm seeing who, you know what I'm saying, who peeking. Because I know, man, this is when they get in. This is when they get it in right here. This is when dudes try to steal on you. This is when dudes try to catch you late. And, man, you got to be aware of this type of stuff in the penitentiary, man. But I don't think old boy had a chance, man. Once somebody had went and told the other dude he ain't had no chance. And he ain't had nobody that he was rocking with like that. Because he was a loner. He ain't had nobody he was rocking with like that that even said anything when he got punched. Nobody opened their mouth. Nobody attempted to stop him. Nobody told him, hey, man, that ain't cool. Ain't none of that happening in penitentiary. If you open your mouth and put your mouth in somebody else's business, guess what? You in the business now. Now you are the business. So either you going to do something or don't say nothing at all. And that's crazy because you're going to see some vicious, violent stuff. You know what I'm saying? Super duper. And you can feel like this dude needs some mercy. I remember back on Mecklenburg when I told y'all when the dude was doing that to hey man, when little Shorty J was doing that to Kitchen. Man, I was cool with Shorty J and I was cool with Kitchen, but man, Block said something. I wanted to say something. I was, man, that's enough, bro. Because he was just smashing him, bro, and he couldn't even defend himself. You know what I'm saying? And you want to say something, but it ain't your place, you did? It ain't your place, man. And then, like I said, that could create a beef with you. But Block said something anyway. You know what I'm saying? But by the time he said something, man, yeah, that was way too late. You know what I'm saying? It was way too late. But it might have saved him because he only stopped because Block said something. But after he had already took 14, 15 unanswered shots, man, straight to the face. Straight to the face. Hands down. Can't defend himself. So it's vicious in there, man. Like I told y'all, mercy is this much in there.
Taxes was chasing updates.
Now taxes is a TurboTax. This much. If you can see between that, it's about that much. That's about how much mercy you gonna get in prison. And don't nobody care, man. And at best they're gonna laugh at you when you get carried out there on the stretcher. Oh, I knew it was coming, man. He always run his mouth, or he always, yeah, man, but he deserved it, man. That's how they gonna talk about you. I have been in the aftermath of many dudes that I've seen talking to other dudes today and yesterday, and he gets smashed today, and he go out there, then tomorrow they tell him, man, yeah, he was old sucker though. Yo, you was just talking to him. You would just kicking and ha-haing in his face. This is why it's hard to trust anybody in prison. This is why it's hard to get cool with anybody in prison, because they'll smile in your face, man. They'll stab you in your back. Or they'll smile in your face and laugh at you when you get stabbed in the back. You understand? So that's why it ain't too many dudes that's cool with each other, man. You got associates in prison, you got brothers, and you got friends, and you got people who just know each other. You did? But when it comes to that woke, man, you're going to know who on your side, because that's going to be the person that's going to step up even when it's valid, even when it ain't, you know what I'm saying, all the way in his favor or your favor. He going to still step up and hold you down, man. That's a real one, and that's rare. Even out here on the street, that's rare. You dig? But anyway, man, I just wanted to drop that on you, man. You always got to be aware of your surroundings in prison, man. Even when you fighting one opponent, you'll never know how many enemies you got. And they might take that time to strike on you, you know. So it is what it is, man. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. Big love, TBP Nation. Stand up. Man, we out here, man. Membership video should have been on deck today. We're going to keep it pushing. Let's go. Let's get it. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the new button. They call it the hype button, man. And we should be hyped anyway. Let's go.
Thank special, y'all. Thank you.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality, you know. And I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Man, that is crazy. Two dudes was getting into it, and somebody didn't like the dude that was choking out the dude, and went and told the dude who's getting choked out, went and told one of his homies, and he came down there, got dude to stop, kicked him in the face twice, punched him in the face once. That's crazy. And pulled up his dude. And that's crazy. Because that was none of his business. That was between his homie and the dude that he was talking to. and they were just going back and forth, and no hands was even thrown until, they started scrapping a little bit. But, as Banky even said, it was just a fair fight, and they was just getting it in, and it probably would have just ended there until somebody had to go tell dude's homie that he was getting choked out. And that's crazy, to try to make the situation even worse. They knew that that's what they was doing. That's crazy. But let me know what y'all think. I'll have Banky's video pinned at the top of the chat as always, and in the link in the description. And just watch your surroundings, like Banky said. That's the point of this video, of who you kicking it with, even out here on the street and in the penitentiary. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Not really a whole lot to really break down in this one. Banky, he went straight in. Like I said, just be careful of who you kicking it with. Making sure you're kicking it with who want to kick it with you. And, always be on the lookout for your enemies, because you may have some you don't know nothing about, because that's what happened with dude here. All of a sudden, he was into it with somebody else, and his homie just popped up out of nowhere because somebody ran and told him, and pulled him off of him, knocked him down, kicked him in the face twice, punched him in the face once, and that was that. And he had those state boots on. Insane. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.